Today, I'm going to be reading the first chapter of Kengan Ashura. I've never seen the manga, I've never seen the anime, so this was going to be a new experience for me. The only thing I really know about Kengan Ashura is that it's somewhat of a rival to Baki. Like when people talk about Baki, which I have seen, but I haven't read, they usually talk about Kengan Ashura. So let's see what all the hype's about. Kengan Ashura manga chapter 1. The page, it looks like pretty much a buff Eren from Attack on Titan and a buff Armin. That's basically what it looks like. So let's go chapter 1, or technically chapter 0 ish, I guess. There was a man who fought in search of strength. There was a man who studied in search of knowledge. So this is very much a martial arts manga, not just a fighting manga. It's a martial arts manga. So you see some guy doing looks like jiu-jitsu or judo, another guy doing some type of surgery. There was a man who risked his life in search of ideals. What did these men search for, or what did they find? I always love the narrator voice. I wonder how it sounds in the anime. I might have to take a look at that after this. Kengan Ashura. Chapter 1, King of Strangers. Okay, here we go. The guy with the blonde hair, it looks like. Hey bro, you'd better wake up. You'll be late for... It looks like he's trying to say school, and then he says, wait, bro, what the hell are you doing? Oh, maybe it's his younger brother. And there he is doing handstand push-ups, looking absolutely juiced. Phew. There. 300 handstand push-ups done. 300 handstand push-ups. Does he have an unlimited supply of stamina or what? Yesterday it was 200 dragon flags. The day before that was 600 pistol squats. I can't believe he keeps this up every morning. Damn, dude. Christ. What are you doing all this for, bro? Oh, how long have you been there? Meteor. You didn't even notice me. Ah, these workouts sure make me hungry. Let's have breakfast. Imai Cosmo, age 17, looking absolutely jacked, looking like Mike Tyson when he was 17. Realistically, a buff Armin. Can you maybe shower before breakfast? You're dripping with sweat. This looks like it's gonna be one of those motivational mangas so far. The same way when I looked at Ken from Sunket Rock working out, this might give me the same vibe. I always like watching characters work out, to be honest. This tournament will decide who the strongest man of all. Cage fight. Only 5 days into the Grand Prix. A lot like Baki, but Baki was kind of underground. It wasn't really known. I guess everyone knows about cage fight, but maybe this is the equivalent to like UFC or something. And what are they eating there? Looks like some soup, some fish, and some rice. The strongest men in the world will compete for a 10 million yen prize. Martial arts, huh? Why don't you try your hand at something like this, bro? I mean, you like martial arts, don't you? Pass. I'm more of a lurker. You're wasting your talent, bro. You've got good enough reflexes. You could have gone into my school easy. My Mator. Also, his name. Okay, so this guy's first name is Cosmo, and this guy's first name is Meteor. Cosmo and Meteor. Okay, I thought it was something different, but I guess it's just Meteor. Yeah, but I don't want to go to a sports school. I'm much happier in a school that's close by. Better commute too. Honestly, that's just an athletic guy like you should really be going to a sports team. I mean, you're better at basketball than I am. Ha. Don't let it get to you. At least you're better at school and chores than me. So while Dad's out on his business trip, I'll let you handle all the chores. You're just delegating everything to me, aren't you? Hey bro. Have you been doing anything on the sly lately? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. He's so transparent. He went off the rails at one point. My brother, Cosmo, has been doing something for the past 3 years that he hasn't told anyone about, not even his family. I'm guessing he's doing some underground fighting, to be honest. Yes, I get, yeah, it's setting up for an underground fighting type of thing. Sometimes he comes back black and blue. He thinks he's keeping a secret, but he's actually super obvious. Come on, Meteor. Let me zoom in. This text is too small for my eyes. Why would I hide something from you? Well, at least I don't think bro would ever do something terribly wrong. I just don't go overboard wherever it is. Mom and dad are worried about you. Okay. So we've got the relationship between Meteor and Cosmo. Cosmo is the athletic one, the one with a lot of potential but doesn't really apply anywhere other than what's setting up to be an underground fighting ring, a lot like Baki. And then Meteor is the younger brother, but he goes to sports school. He's probably pretty athletic too, but he's not as naturally gifted as his older brother. Okay, let's continue. Hi Cosmo, morning. So he seems pretty popular saying good morning to everyone. Is it me or just I have a lot of good friends across cliques? Yeah, he's a social barfly, alright. Kira. I thought Kira means like killer or something. From what's it called? Death Note. I saw Kira means killer. Kira High School. Hey, I got this week's issue of Knockout. Anderson Arona. Oh, let me see. Oh, Arona on the cover. Sweet. Pass it around, Cosmo. Hey boys, what are you looking at, bruh? It's an article on Arona who's entered the cage fight this weekend. Huh? Is he a martial artist? Arona's got more than just good looks. Hey, let me pull up this video. Anderson Arona, Brazilian, age 20. So this is definitely a character based off Anderson Silva, who is also Brazilian and one of the UFC greatest of all times. Pretty sure he's a welterweight, and he has like one of the highest records for what's it called? Wins without a loss, or it's either wins without a loss or title defenses. He's also known as the Amazonian Noble. And there we go, he's just smacking someone in the face like crazy. Whoa, he knocked out his opponent in one punch. By the way, that was his debut match. Isn't that awesome? Oh, and here's his most recent match. He's won all of his 7 matches since his debut. The first punch. They say he's strongest man in the welterweight division. Yeah, so definitely Anderson Silva. If that wasn't already obvious, he's in the welterweight division as well, across all promotions. Let me see. The ancient samurai slay their enemies in one slash. Not finishing your opponent off in one blow is equivalent to defeat. There we go. It's Anderson teaching his life lessons. Well, he's confident. I'll give him that. Well, that's so cool. He's like a warrior type. Aren't you girls into him for his face? I'll have to see one of his matches in person. Hey, Imai, you want to go see one of his matches sometime? I'd rather fight him than watch him. Okay, I guess Imai is a bit crazy, but let's see how good it really is. We haven't seen it yet. Oops. He let his killing intent out. He let it out. Okay, continue. What was that you just said? He's a pro member. He'd kill you in one punch. Besides, Imai, you just don't look like you cut out from martial arts. You're right. I'm of an arts type anyway. Alright, boys and girls, time to get to the gym. Yes, sir. Huh? Is it just me, or is Imai really muscular? I never would have guessed based on his cute face. Does he lift in secret? So the girls are noticing that he's gained some muscle compared to all the other guys. Well, I guess some time has passed by. They're at the end of the school. So where you want to go today? Well, I'm bored of the arcade. How about karaoke? Oh, that'd be good. That'd be a good change of pace. Well, check that out. Looks like an Aston Martin. Oh, there we go. It's an Aston Martin DB10. I've never seen one in real life before. That's the Bond car. Whoa. But wait, what's that doing in our school parking lot? And he steps out. Hey, Cos, how's school? Did you have fun? Bro. Okay, so some guy who's looking super cool apparently. What's going on, Imai? You know Aston Martin? He's rich and handsome. Well, yeah. Cos, come with me for a sec. I've got a present for you. Come on, bro, give me a break. If you come pick me up in a car like this, of course you'd stand out. Sorry about that. Sorry ain't gonna cut it. If this gets out, I'm blaming you, okay? Don't worry. Oh, don't be so angry, Cos. CEO of Nishonji Security Services. So maybe it's not underground fighting. Maybe he's been working as a bodyguard or something. I've got a pretty fun event lined up for you today. Oh, event. So this present is not a thing. We're here. A martial arts gym. Hey, sorry about the wait. No problem. I was just finishing up my warm-ups. You're Anderson Arona from Cage Fight. This Donnie's jacked, man. What the hell? Nice to meet you, in my Cosmo. Mr. Nishonji told me all about you. The Amazon noble, Anderson Arona. I guess his wishes came true. He wanted to fight him, and here he is. You're actually Arona. I'm your biggest fan. It's an honor. Because Mr. Arona just got here from Brazil today. He wants to train for his upcoming match. And that's where you come in. Me? You get to be Mr. Arona's sparring partner. That's my present to you. Sparring with Arona. Seriously? I'll do it. I'll totally do it. I love you, man. I'd be happy to hear it if you were a woman. And there we go. Next picture is straight up Anderson looking like a savage. Like, damn, dude. Neither of you is gonna wear headgear. I don't need to. That just gets in the way. You're brave. You're a brave kid, aren't you? Better go easy on me. Sparring with a high schooler. You've got to be kidding me. I'm a martial artist, not a babysitter. So this is a little flashback, it looks like. Here's your advance pay. This much? I'll pay you double if you agree to it. And I'll pay you 5 times if you knock him out. Do we have a deal? I never understand the rich. So it looks like big bro Aston Martin is paying the UFC, no, not the UFC, the fight what's called Fight Cage champion is to fight Cosmo over here. Why is he paying me so much to beat up this little kid? I just don't get it. Oh well, I gotta follow my sponsor's orders. I'll break you courteously and carefully. And there he is. It looks like hopefully this is a theme for Kengan Ashura with these faces. They're looking like demons, kind of like what's his name? Is it Ojiro? Who's Baki's dad again? Hamner. The guy with the demon back in his face always looks contorted and crazy. Aruna was sure of his victory. In my Cosmo, this kid's a lightweight at best. He can't beat a welterweight like me, no matter how hard he tries. Go. And they speed towards each other. This idiot's charging me head on. Lights out, brat. And he grabs his wrist and he does some sort of throw. Huh? What the hell was that brat? He grabbed my right straight. How this little kid react to my blow when not even a pro martial artist can? Don't tell me you're done yet. Let's keep going. A point blank Brazilian kick. So he's hitting him with like a roundhouse. This Arona trump card, which he'd never show in any of his matches. And he slips under the kick and he grabs his ankle. He slipped onto my kick. He got me in a lock. So this guy is definitely a grappler. He didn't even throw a punch really, unless, well, let me scroll up again. He was kind of throwing some punches, but none of them hit. He's got me in a lock. He's got him in a rear naked choke, and then another lock in a. He's got him in an armbar. How is a martial artist like me losing to a kid? This is a nightmare. Who the hell are you, kid? It looks like that's the first half of it, I guess. But it looks like now we're starting on. It looks like here it says chapter 1 again. So I guess the first one was chapter 0. And this is chapter 1, Ashura. I wonder what this is going to be about. So chapter 0, it looked like he was setting up for Cosmo apparently. It looked like a little backstory. Whoever Cosmo is. But let's see what chapter 1, Ashura. It was a dark corner of a brilliant neon lit city. The space between buildings that you'd barely even pay attention to. I don't know whether I glanced down there or whether something caught my eye, but I saw an empty, deserted lot behind the buildings. There was a duel about to begin. One man there was a giant who was easily over 190 centimeters. Just one glance at his face, I could tell that this wasn't any ordinary man. His muscles had swollen to the point where you could see them clearly under his clothes. His dorsal muscles, the linchpin for punches, were protruding almost unnaturally. So it's like his lats and his traps were just popping out of his shirt. His fist could have easily been mistaken for a boulder. It had so many countless scars on it, large and small. Nobody could ever doubt that this man was strong. And squaring off against this presumably strong man was a young man wearing a tracksuit in about his mid-20s. So this looks like the main character of Kengan Ashura. He looks like the guy on the front page, not Buff Armin, Buff Levi. This guy looks like Buff Levi. So here he is. I'm guessing his name is Kengan. He seemed to be somewhere around 180 centimeters tall, a full head shorter than his giant opponent. On top of that, the giant's chiseled muscle body was further accenting the size difference between him and the man in the tracksuit. Is he getting in a fight with that giant? He's gonna get himself killed. You're insane. There's my face, my build. You got plenty of information to work with. If you just say you pay attention to it, you'll be able to tell that I ain't on the square. And I'm stronger than you, wouldn't you? Okay, so I don't understand anything he's saying. Basically, I'm guessing he's saying, just look at me. You can tell that I'm stronger than you. I'm not on your level. But you pick this fight with me, a Yakuza that's far stronger than you. That ain't insane. And then the guy in the glasses thinking he's right. So we've got a guy who looks like Kengan that's fighting the huge guy, and then a guy in glasses that just stumbled across the fight and he's watching. So this guy, he's already setting up to be OP, and they're already setting up that he's going to beat this guy. Nice try, you're half right. Oh, you want me to check over your answer? First off, you got the part about your identity, right? I could tell you were a yak at first sight. That's part correct. So does yak mean American? I can't even remember. Oh, Yakuza. So this is what Kengan's saying. I could tell that you were a yak at first sight, Yakuza. Or here's what you got wrong. You're stronger than me. Okay, this is Kengan in his crazy face. I don't even know his name. I'm just gonna call him Kengan because he's a main character. Why don't you quit talking and come at me, you big tower lard? Damn. This art is really nice. Well, nice. I mean, it's portraying how crazy he looks. He's definitely crazy for fighting someone who's like huge like that though. What did he just say? He's dead meat now. No, I got one more thing right. You really are screwed in the head. As the man threw off his shirt, his body seemed to grow formidably. The sight of him seemed just like a statue of the Diva Kings. In fact, there was a Diva King on his back. So Diva King, is that like a genie or something? Diva King. I have no idea what that is. But this guy's huge. He's looking like Thor from Game of Thrones. No, what's his name? His name? Oh, the Mountain. The Mountain. Thor is he's like a strong man. He definitely looks like one. He definitely looks like a strong man. How could he be so huge? Is he the Terminator? There's no way he'd be able to beat that monster. And there we go, smiling. That's pretty impressive. You'd make most bodybuilders look average. You can't have gotten that big with any half-assed. And he cuts him off and he throws his shirt at him. He threw something, scraps of his clothes to blind him. And he rushes in, fast for a big guy. And then Kengan, or the main character, slips. I guess you're used to fighting after all. And he's slipping all those punches. He's fast, way too fast for that giant body. Is he even human? Say I'm fighting a Buddha statue. So he's fighting some huge guy, slipping all the punches, showing that he's just better. He's gone off balance, now it's his chance. He steps on a bottle, a glass bottle, cracks it, and he looks like he's kicking the shards of glass. Nope, he's really going for... And he goes for like a push kick or like a front kick. And he basically kicks a hole in the wall. He kicked right through the concrete wall. So those are steel toe boots, huh? I wouldn't want to be on the business end of that. You're really irritating, basically. Huh, I'm irritating, am I? He's no match for him. A thin, delicate man easily beats a giant is a plot that abounds in fantasy. In reality, strength and size are linked. The small are overwhelmed by the large, and the soft are overwhelmed by the hard. That's what happens in the real world. True. It doesn't matter if Floyd Mayweather is the most technical boxer of all time. If he goes against Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury, the size difference overwhelms the skill difference. But in martial arts, I feel like you could be small and still beat someone bigger, especially if you have the right technique and the right skill set. So like someone who's really good in jiu-jitsu can beat someone who's way bigger than them. Okay, let me reread this. The small are overwhelmed by the large, and the soft are overrun by the hard. That's what happens in the real world. True. And there's no place for fantasy in the real world. Come on. How long are you going to keep me running around? You picked this fight. Why don't you bring some? Sure. Here goes. He slips his punch and smacks him square in the face and completely shatters his nose. What the hell? And then hits him with a roundhouse, smacks him in the jaw. And he's not knocked out. Apparently, you just don't get it, do you? Just muscles aren't enough. I couldn't believe my eyes. This man is the size of a hill. This man, the size of a hill, seemed to shrink before my eyes. He wasn't shrinking. The man in the tracksuit was getting better, was getting bigger. So he's basically saying that. So the bigger guy wasn't getting smaller. It's just that Kengan just seemed more formidable after the punch and the kick. He seems so unbelievably big that the Diva King looks like a pet to him. And there he is, huffing and puffing. So now, do you understand which one of us is the challenger here? Well, just keep that in mind and bring it like your life depends on it. And he's getting pissed and he's going, Diva King's going in. A huge looping overhand right. Give me a break. What'd I just tell you? Grabs the wrist instantly. I'll send the power of your lunge right back at you. And what does he do? He breaks his arm. He twists it. He twists it with just one hand. What the hell? That looks gross. Oh, it looks like you dislocated it pretty neatly. I'm not done yet. Damn, this guy's got grit, to be fair, the big guy. Not done yet? I don't think so. And he just sends him with a kick. You're already done for. And he just completely destroys him. Kicks him again for good measure. And the guy watching is just in shock. He won. That ought to do it. Maybe he's protecting someone from the Yakuza and he's not just fighting them for no reason. That's what happens with all these protagonists. They usually have a reason for it. And he walks past the guy watching who's just in shock. Please tell me your name. It just slipped out. I had nothing but the utmost respect for this man, young enough to be my son. Dakota Omaha. Okay, yes, I've definitely heard this name. Omaha. Dakota Omaha. Omar. Dakota. Takita. Takita Omaha. Omar. Takita Omar. I was watching. As in the witching hour. Even his name is strong. So does that mean in the witching hour? Takita Omar. What about you? Me? My name is Yamashita Kazu. Yamashita Kazu, right? Got it. So you want to fight too? What? Okay, this guy is a bit bloodthirsty. Maybe there's not a good. Maybe he just wants to fight for the sake of fighting. He's morally neutral, not one way or the other, kind of like Baki. And he's just scared. What a surprise. What a surprise. Oh. What pressure. He's clearly not joking. He's serious. And this guy's freaking out. His teeth chatting. I'll be killed. I can't breathe. Hurry. Can't speak. Say no. I'm gonna suffocate. And he says no. Is that so? That's a damn shame. Damn, this guy nearly passed out. Okay, and now he's running. Yamashita, age 56. A real straight shooter with a wife and kids. A middle-aged man who lived for nothing but drinking, gambling and shopping. But today, for the first time in 15 years, he slept with a woman. This man was spurred on by survival instincts. So this guy got scared so much that he went home and he had sex with his wife. What the hell? He got shocked into a fight or flight, and then he got taken back to the caveman days. Being exposed to bloodlust like he had never experienced before, this man instinctively recognized a threat to his life. His cornered instincts chose to preserve his seed as soon as possible. This of course entailed in the act of reproduction. But this man had no way of knowing the cause for his own behavior. Omar. Tokita Omha. Height 182 centimeters, weight 85, age unknown, late 20s, birthplace unknown, skills self-sufficient, least favorite food tomatoes. Kengan Ashura, presented by Hokito no Gun. There we go. Tokita Omha. Kengan Ashura, man. Okay, now for my thoughts on Kengan Ashura. So the first part, chapter 0, followed Cosmo and Meteor. Cosmo being a 17-year-old kid who is just OP, goes out every day, looks to be in some type of underground fighting thing, which I assume, if it's anything like Baki, which people say that it is. And he's just so strong that he can easily beat the champion, who's definitely modeled after Anderson Silva, in a fight quite easily at the age of 17. Now we go to chapter 1, and we have Tokita Omha, who is in his late 20s, and he easily beats someone who is far bigger, far stronger than him. Just a straight up a heavyweight versus like a, I don't know what's a light heavyweight maybe. And he completely destroys him and shocks a guy into fight and flight, the guy who's watching into fight or flight, and he goes home and he preserves his seed because he's so scared. So that basically sets up Kengan Ashura. But I definitely think this is a fun series. This looks fun. Definitely seems like a different premise to Baki, who aims to beat his dad. Hopefully this is centered around more than one character, since they've introduced Cosmo, but I doubt that. I bet it'll mostly be Tokita, who has a weird bloodlust compared to Baki, who fights just because for one goal, to be the strongest and defeat his father. But does this compare to Baki? Is this better than Baki? I mean, who knows? I have to watch the anime and I have to read some more of this manga. But from what I've seen of the trailer of the anime, it does have some 3D animation, which I'm not that much of a fan of, but I'll probably still watch it anyway, just because I like this chapter 0 and this chapter 1, and hopefully it's up to scratch. But to be honest, this was a pretty fun read. I do enjoy it. I do definitely enjoy it. This is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts on Kengan Ashura and how it compares to Baki and other martial arts manga and anime, like maybe even Kenichi the Marty's Disciple. Probably not even in the realm, to be honest. It's probably more in the realm of Baki. But give me your thoughts on it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Peace.